back on the road again. Watch this video and I'll go through the process that I took to get my Italian driving license, and wait till the end. I've got some tips and tricks and some general information. Come along for the ride. Hi ragazzi, hope everyone's well. You're probably wondering where old mate's going. Old mate's going to driving lessons or driving school. Yep, I'm going for my Italian driving license, and so I attend classes. Well, started out as 3 nights a week, and now I've dropped it down to 2. And I've been going for, I don't know, probably about 2.5 months to just over 2 months. And the theory is a fair bit to get your head around. It's not easy. It's only done in Italian or German or French, so I'm sticking with the Italian. I thought I knew a lot of Italian, but I tell you what, some of the words and some of the phrasing is very, very difficult. After 42 years of driving in Australia and driven a lot in Italy, now my 12 months have expired since I became a Cortonese resident. So I was driving on my Australian combined with the international license, and the 12 months, once your 12 months is up, that's it. You stop driving, or you do as I'm doing and go for your Italian license. So here I am at the Scuola Guida, and geez, I tell you what, I hope this isn't what I end up doing my licensing test. So the theory involves 30 questions, all in Italian, and you can only get 3 or less wrong to pass it. And as I said, it's tough. A lot of expats have told me some have taken 6 months to feel comfortable. I'm still not comfortable to be able to sit it. You do your own theory tests online just to see how you're going, and at the moment I'm getting a few more than a couple wrong. So when I get down to a couple wrong, then I'll be comfortable. I'll tell the guys to book me in, and off we go. So I'm doing a lot of theory studying during the week. So anyway, I'll keep you informed of how my progress goes, and wish me luck, guys. Ciao. So here's my classroom, and in this test I talk about the car, and I mean all about the car.
How is it all going?
Huh? Squeaky?
Squeaky's back.
Squeaky's back. It's been a while.
How's it all going?
I have my moments. So what am I doing?
You're going for your driving theory test on Monday.
Yep, I've only got a couple of days left, and I'm trying to cram with all my books on the computer and doing practice
tests.
But yeah, I'm not sure. Right.
Hey, positive Polly.
Positive Polly.
Positive Polly. Positive Philly.
Or practical Philly.
Positive Philly.
Positive Philly. All right.
Okay.
Lead me to it, and we'll
Look,
report
you've
back.
taken up the whole table, old man.
I always do. I always spread myself out. So I've got books and paperwork and more paperwork and then paperwork, and then I forget where everything is. So anyway.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Study.
It's D-Day, folks. It's theory test for my Italian driving license. I feel like Claire's dropping me off. I feel like a little boy being dropped off for his first day at school. But yes, I am a little bit nervous, and we'll see how it goes today. Wish me luck.
Good luck, babe.
Thanks, honey. See ya.
Bye. See you in a couple of hours.
There it is, sweet pea.
All right.
I passed.
You're well done, babe.
Passed.
All that stress.
Passed.
All
Now
that
I'm going to kiss the ground. Oh. Mwah.
Well done.
Can't believe it.
Well
Can't
done.
believe it. That is such a relief.
So all the process, all the stress.
Oh, it's been stressful.
Right. Sorry guys, there's too much light coming into the camera. I've got to disguise it. No, go back to there. I'll cover it now.
But yeah, that's so that allows me now to drive with a licensed driver of an Italian driving license.
Oh, so it can't be me.
Can't be you, no.
Okay.
No, so, that's good. We're getting there, All right, let's go. Okay, so let phase 2 begin. I've got my Foglio Rosso to allow me to drive, and now I'm starting my minimum 6 hours driving with an instructor with the driving school. That's where I'm going, and let's get that out of the way quick, and then I can hopefully sit for my final driving test, and we'll be good to go. Hello there. Well, I've just finished my third driving lesson, and I've got to say, for someone that's been driving for 42 years, it doesn't make it any easier when you've got someone sitting next to you watching every move and telling you which way to go at the last minute. Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. It's just stupid to be nervous when you're doing things the right way, because yes, you pick up bad habits along the way. So anyway, 3 hours down. Hopefully I've just got 3 hours to go before I can be booked in. I just wanted to show you too I'm just going to call it a P plate. It's going to show it back to front, and you've got to carry that when you're driving with a driver getting lessons. There we go, there's my little Citroen, and I'm doing my practical driving lessons in. Cute little thing, little manual, very comfortable. Hi there, it's Friday, the day before I sit my driving test for my Italian driving license. Wow, what a process. Started this back in November, and obviously it seems to have dragged on a bit. Anyway, so the intention of going in today was to pay the money, and I'm going to discuss the full costs at the end of this video. And while we were there was another 6 of us, and we all did some theory in the classroom, and it was pretty much just to cover off some questions that the instructor tomorrow could ask us to do with driving, to do with documentation to carry with us, to do with safety, about the car, all sorts of things. So, and then we each took it in turns to do a last minute drive, and some of them are going back this afternoon to do a bit more of driving. I said I was fine, and I'd see them tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock sharp, where I believe it's going to be a lengthy process, because I think we're all doing it in stages. So one person will go for their test, and then the next, and the next, and the next. So depending on where I'm scheduled in that timetable, I could be first or I could be last. So anyway, no problems there. So that's tomorrow, Saturday morning, and hopefully I'll walk away with an Italian driving license. Ciao for now. Well, there it is. Finally got it. My Italian driving license. Cannot believe that this day's actually happened. So that was a pretty traumatic morning there. There was 9 of us. One will go, come back, I'll choose somebody else, and then you go. So yeah, the tension was building for everybody, but now it's all over and done with, and I am such a relieved person. It's taken a while. It hasn't been easy. As promised, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a summary on the process to get your Italian driving license, my own experience, and hopefully cover off some of your questions you might have. And if I don't, please don't hesitate to hit me up on the comment section of this video, and I'll get back to you with the information. One more thing, just a disclaimer, this is just my own experience, right? Everyone has their own experiences, their own backgrounds. Please do your own research, and hopefully everything will work out well for you. But here goes. First thing I'm going to cover off is cost. How much does it cost? I'd originally heard different figures. All in all, it ended up costing me roughly between 1,300 and 1,400 euros. What does that entail? That entails $50 for my own personal doctor's certificate, just to make sure that you're capable of of driving. Then there was $75 through the driving school, using their own doctor to check your eyesight, go through that. Then I ended up paying $300 when I attended the written theory exam, and then finished off with $900 in that period before I obtained or sat for my physical driving examination. So, you can do your maths. All in all, it's around that €1,400 mark. So, what documents do you need? Documents you need to show your codus fiscale, of course, which you need for most Italian transactions. Obviously, ID card. I'm an Italian citizen, so I showed my my Euro card. And if you've got a existing license with another country, you would show that. I had to show my Carta di Sanitaria, which is your health card here in Italy. And that's about it. You don't need to be an Italian citizen, but you will need to show the other thing is you'll need to show your permesso di soggiorno. And that's pretty much it. Take in a couple of photos, passport size photos for you, and that'll pretty much see you through. The time factor, as I said before, it took me about 6 months from go to woe. It takes other people shorter time, takes people longer. Again, you've got to commit to that time frame and just say it is what it is, and I can't do anything about it. It'll take time to get comfortable. There's no good attempting to go for the theory exam until you are comfortable, because if you're still getting a lot of questions wrong when you're doing those topic exams online, there's no point. You're just going to waste your time, you're going to waste more money, and you're going to waste other people's time sitting for something that you're not really ready for. So it'll take whatever it takes, and when you're ready, you'll know when it's ready. Now let's go through what I believe to be the must-dos if you are serious in obtaining your Italian driving license. So the first thing would be to book in with a reputable driving school, a local one, because you'll be going there fairly often, so they will organise everything for you right from the start all the way to the finish. They will take you to the to sit for your theory. They'll take you there, they'll organise the instructor at the end, and they'll guide you and help you through, and you take classes with them as you go along. So that would be my number one thing. Number two, must do, study, and commit to it. So once you start getting yourself ready and start getting organised, you're starting to pay your money, you're doing your doctor, getting your doctor's certificate, getting all that, you've booked yourself in with the driving school, attend as many night classes as possible to get your head around it. Study as much as you can by yourself, and I'm going to put a link at the bottom to be able to jump on and do online quizzes, and they're really good to do. But do them by topic. So what I mean by topic is this one's just on driving, or this one's just on the mechanics of the car, or this one's on the insurance of the car, signs. There's lots of topics for signs. There's not just one, there's 5 or 6 broken down. Study each topic individually, and what I used to do is the day after I would attend a class, I would concentrate on that particular topic that we covered that night, and then I'll sit for the exams, and then sit exams, online exams, as many as I could, just to get familiar with them. And then once a month or once every so often, I would sit the general exam at the end that covers all the topics. And it's something that my instructor said to me. He goes, concentrate on just doing the topics, each topic individually, and that will help, and it did. Because if I was to do all the topics or a general exam at the end, I found that I wasn't learning and picking up anything because I was trying to cover too many topics. All right, so that's my number 2 take on that. Yep, and the last must do, which I implore everybody, is to improve your Italian language. At the end of this experience, you will have gained a better Italian, but to begin with, some driving schools, if you rock up as an expat and they can sense that you can't talk or understanding, sorry, that they'll send you away. They'll just say, sorry, come back when you are more fluent and you can understand Italian, because that just adds another difficult layer to this whole process. You know, studying for the theory, you really need to understand what you're reading. Well, the positives to come out of all this, well, it's obvious. I have now got a very sought after card, piece of paper, call it what you will, an Italian driving license. I can drive in the EU without any hassles at all. So the satisfaction of I've persisted, and what else gives you satisfaction? The freedom to be able to drive anywhere and not have to worry about, you know, getting a brand new updated international license, or leave Italy every so often and then come back again to reset that 12-month period that you can drive again. Yeah, the other thing that was really strange was how nervous I got. It's really, really strange. So I've been driving, I've said it more than one time, I've been driving for over 42 years, and I still got nervous when I've got an instructor next to me watching every move I make, and that's just mind-blowing. It really, really is. Even to the point when I had my final exam with the instructor in the back, with the examiner, I felt like a young child going for my first license. So that was very strange. Weird feeling. Probably a good thing that you felt a bit anxious and a bit nervous, but yeah, that was very, very strange, and I can't even explain. Another thing you've just got to fight through is, I remember my first few weeks of sitting in that classroom and just listening. It was overwhelming. A couple of nights I went home and I told Claire, I said, there's no way known that I'm going to be able to pass this. Nothing makes sense. And yes, it can become overwhelming. Fight through that. And once you fight through it, it's like you've smashed through a brick wall, and then it's just a matter of taking it all in and feeling comfortable. But yes, it can become overwhelming, and you'll go, there's no way known that I'll be able to do this. No way known. But yeah, fight through. Again, I'm going to reiterate that word is that commitment. You must commit 100%, because if you don't do that and you just think, this is going to be a piece of cake, I'm just going to waltz through it, you will not waltz through it, and it won't be a piece of cake, and it's just going to take you twice as long, and it's going to frustrate you even more. So, right, to finish off with, how was my personal experience? Okay, I'm going to say from the outset, when I found out that I couldn't do anything about using my Australian driving license with an international license, I was angry to begin with, because I thought, wow, I've been driving for 42 years and now I've got to start all over again, and like a 16 or 17 year old to be able to drive in this country. Once I got over that frustrations were still in the back of my mind, but you've got to put all that away. You've just got to forget all that and just say, I'm here, I need to do this, there's no way around it. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I've got nothing else to add. As I said earlier, please don't hesitate to drop me a line on the comments, and if I haven't covered anything with you, please don't hesitate to ask. And yep, you might hear of places on YouTube to go to, and you know, whatever works for you. There's lots and lots and lots of help out there, whether it's online or you know, talking to other people. But yes, reach out and you'll find what works for you. Some of those online things didn't work for me, so I didn't bother continuing with them. Yeah, Facebook pages and YouTube gurus, not for me. Did not work for me, but they might work for you. There are also other things that you might want if you're an expat and you're going through this process. There are schools that will just help with your Italian to do with the theory exam. All right, so they're quite helpful as well. I'll put a link to them down in there. One more thing to go to: do you need to go through a driving school to be able to sit this? No. I highly recommend it because I think it's going to be very, very difficult for you attempting this on your own. All right, good luck and take care. Ciao.